Okay, I think this one isn't making noise. Turn off the TV. Oh man, you can't see, not that you need to see my head, but, or want to see my head, but I have my fancy hat on. I don't mean a hot hat on. Hat on. Shiced. Here we go. This is where everything went to hell yesterday, or the day before, or whenever I did this. Let's try it. Is this gonna... Well, I don't think there's any noise. Can you see this? So, it's basically a Sandoval copy. I don't know who made it. A friend of mine had it made, and then he was like, "It's not a Sandoval." It's not. I'm like, "Dude, do you like it? Does it play good?" He's like, "Well, I should have got different pickups in." I'm like, "Doesn't matter. Does it play good? Because you can switch pickups out, blah, blah, blah." This guy's got a lot of money. I said, "I'll take it." So I got it for very, 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 very cheap. Very. I'm not even going to say because people will go, "Bull." No, really. Let me check something. See? Look at that neck for a minute. Alright, let's see if I can get this to move without... Ah! I don't want the massive distortion happening like... So I said like I was talking... So the only thing I did was put this on. That plate with the little star on it. I put black and white knobs because I thought all white looks stupid. I just did stupid things. You know, I put a truss rod cover that didn't need to be there because there's not a truss adjustment thing there, but I like that truss rod cover. And then I just decorated it. That's it. Otherwise, it comes with it's a Floyd licensed. So I'm going to switch the Floyd out for, you know, the special, which is like the basic one. And I put, this had a chrome input. I put a black one in. Or actually, my cousin did. Because we had to drill different holes. So other than that, just cosmetic stuff. I haven't taken the pickup, so I'm going to put a super distortion in here because these are some weird... It's not guitar fetish. I don't know what it is. But it's one of those weird companies that, you know, 2 pickups for $20 or 30 or whatever. And they're potted, but they're not potted right. I will show you they're not potted right. Like with the EVH, potted with paraffin wax. It does not. And that's a 15 watt amp. So I've just turned it down to like 8, but if I turn it up to 10, and it'll sound better. It sounds good like this, but it's not what I want. Right? I'm gonna do whatever. It's driving me nuts. So yeah, that's all I've done. Other than that, it looks like a friggin' Sandoval to me. Or a GMP or GWP, that other company that actually makes the better ones. That's what I thought this was, but it's some guy in Utah that makes guitars. And he said, yeah, I could do this. And he got... it looks right to me. You can see that. So, I got another one. So I've got like 4 black with white dots and 1 with white black dots. These are really low output junk pickups. I think he had some kind of PAF things put in because these are not even PAFs would be better. I don't know what they are. They're not DiMarzios. But they look, so I look up on, and it's not Guitar Fetish. It's another one of those companies that make, cheap stuff that's supposed to be just as good. But it's not, because if it was, it would be a DiMarzio. So it's not a DiMarzio. So that's what I'm putting in. I don't care about this, because who does? So I'm going to dump Super Distortion in here. Poop, and put a Floyd Special, just the average one. And that's it. This thing will be fine. It does need to be set up by more of a professional guy other than me and my cousin. But this is a nice guitar. It plays nice. Even not set up, it plays nice. And, it's white. It looks cool. I like it. It's got, I don't know what tuners, because the stuff is still on it. It's supposed to be the correct tuners, whatever they are. That was on Randy's. Everybody's saying, it's blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know. Really? Well, you know what? It's got a Floyd on it, so it really doesn't matter what tuners are on it. But they are a named tuner. I don't know if it's the right ones that it were supposed to be on the .V, but I'm not going for, authenticity, because Randy never had one of these, and he never spoke of having one made. Dude, I don't care what Randy said or did or thought. People that are paying that much for that so-called lost third Jackson are out of their friggin' minds. So a pot was popped out and another toggle put in. Why? Is it really is it a bias? Not a bias, but like a phase thing? Or is it a, single, double, single, whatever. It's stupid. He not only popped the original pickups out, which were the exact ones that were in the black one, that was the ones that were in both those two. So number 3 and number 4 have the exact pickups that are in number 2, if you want to call them. So the Concord is number 1. That has Duncan Distortion and 57, I think. And the black one has Duncan Distortion and same thing. The third one has Duncan Distortion and the same thing. Same thing, all 4. He just wanted different colors, different designs. But he liked the Rhoads look, or the feel of it, because he could get up higher to the neck. All that crap, it was good. And, they messed up by putting the inlays upside down. So it's got some little things that are cool to have. And what the guy paid for it at NAMM, that was the top right there. Now, if Randy actually played this on stage, it just once, or if he just had it sitting on stage and played it and noodled with it backstage, then I might pay 50 grand, maybe. But no, I wouldn't, because to me, Randy is just Randy Rhoads. He's that guy that lived, over a couple of streets when I was a kid. And then me and my friend Brent went over there. He said, this is where he lives. We drive over on our bikes, rode over, like right down the street, pulled in, introduced me to him. He gives me his card. He asks me some questions. What do you want to know? Blah, 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 blah. I tell him I call up, I'm like, what? $2 more than what I'm paying now at Larry Larson, which is another music store in Glendale. I'm thinking, I don't want to pay $2 more. Is it really worth it? And Brent's like, yeah, it's really worth it. You should do it. And I did, and it was a good call. Obviously. But who knew what was going to happen, right? Right? He didn't even know. So, there you go. So, I can't see paying that much because I knew the guy. Now, someone was saying, like, we're going to throw out his, the polka dot V that he played, unless you buy it for, like, 70 grand or whatever. Then I'd buy it. But that's never going to happen, is it? No. So there you go. There you go. I don't remember the stories that I told over the friggin' static that was happening yesterday. One was, okay, so it was about tapping because I was playing the Eddie Van Halen Franken thing guitar. And it was, everybody thought tapping meant tap, 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 tap. Okay. It's not tapping, it's pulling. Go into it because it's stupid. But so when I was taking lessons at first, I was wondering, just ask, I didn't know Randy's feelings towards Eddie or anything because I was 12. And I'm like, you know how to do that tap thing that Eddie does? He's like, yeah, and he showed me. But that's how he did it in 78. And then he found out how Randy found out how Eddie did it from somebody else, another guitar player, when he was on tour in 1980. And he's like, oh, that makes more sense. So that's why he did that solo with tapping in, what is it, Flying High Again. And he did his own thing, you know, like diddly diddly diddle 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 diddle, you know. I'm not going to do it. But he figured out. Oh, God. The more I play, the worse it sounds. There you go. There it is. There you go. There it are. You know. So I got to put another, because of course the guy put the thing here, and that's gone because when I put this new black input jack in, it covered in up where he had the, and I don't know, he had his input was up here, so we had to really do some fancy routing to push this to where it fit, and it covered up his weirdness. But it works. You know, this is here. Everything was put in the, you know, whatever. I just wanted a black one because I thought it would look good. Black and white with black dots. Black. I'm not going to do this all black. This will stay chrome, but this will go to whatever, you know, the standard or special is, the Floyd Rose Special. I like that the best. They stay in tune. They're just better. This one is a licensed. Yeah, licensed, whatever, Floyd Rose. No. So I'm going to get a Floyd and put it in there, just the basic one, and a Super Distortion. That's it. And that's it. So there it is. Here it is in moving, living color. I know it's dark. Everybody goes, dark! But I got home late, and I was, you know, now that the sun is, but it's not. So I got the light behind me. I mean, you can see, you know, this. I don't know if that makes a difference. Yeah, it does. But there it is. It's not a Chinese knockoff. You'd be able to tell that pretty damn easy. And it's, you know, I could say it was a Sandoval, but I don't care. I don't like Sandovals, and I'm telling you, it's not. I don't know who made it. I can't remember the guy's name. I don't remember the shop's name. Nothing. All I know is it's up in Utah. And a friend of mine up there had it made, and he doesn't like it, and he gave it to me. And now he's having a Sandoval made. Like he should have in the beginning. So I'm going to see how his is. And if his is good, I'm going to have Sandoval make me one, but it's going to be with stars. Blue with white stars, because the guy Rick Chaddock and White Sister had one like that. It was exactly like Randy's, but I asked Sandoval, Carl, did you make Rick Chaddock's V? He's like, I don't know, but stars, dots, doesn't make difference to me. Just send me the money. Yeah. Wait. Already made that mistake twice, so maybe I'll have this guy do it. I don't know, because this is a pretty good job, right? Right. And they said they would do blue with white stars. What's the difference? None. As long as it's not made out of plywood, to me it doesn't matter. This is apparently, looks like mahogany. It's probably bass, but that's still good. And this is definitely rosewood board and maple neck. So that's what the guy told him, and I could see by, you can just tell. So there you go. There it is. I think the plates look stupid, actually. I don't know why. They don't look right to me. But I don't know what color they should be. But, you know, so that's that. Like, here's the spinning, you know, V like they do in that friggin' Flying High. Boy, I hope Ozzy didn't spend too much money making that video. Ooh. So that's what we get. Don't trust it. You know, everybody should do a mailing campaign or an email or whatever. Just bombard Ozzy with, we're done with this crap. We know you have a live show. Let's have it. Now. That's the only way you're going to see it. And you're going to have to get hundreds of thousands of people to do it. Not 10 or 50 or whatever. Every Randy Rhoads group in the world's got to get together and do this. And then maybe Sharon will do it. But I'm telling you right now what she's going to do. She's not going to put out a DVD, because no one does that. She's going to put it out on whatever, Netflix or whatever, and you're going to have to pay for it. And that's how you're going to see it. Hey, but it's better than nothing, right? I'm not giving mine out because she told me, don't give them out. Because that's something she'd get really pissed at. I said, would you mind if I put out a few of these soundboard recordings? She's like, nah, I don't care. So I did, and she didn't care. And then I put out that, you know, couple of live, the New Mexico, Albuquerque show. Now I've got 5 parts. And each, it's like songs. So it's like the beginning. And then Crowley. And then the break. They cut through the breaks. So it goes right up to Suicide Solution. So, and as soon as Suicide Solution starts, like halfway through, it stops. Boop, that's it. That's all I got. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Because I'd love to see, you know, that on video, but because it's been a long time since I've seen it. Like 40 years. So it's like a distant, distant memory. But whatever. I mean, if you watch that Randy solo, the Quiet Riot one, you see bits and pieces of his solo anyways. But it was a whole new thing with the Diary solo, with the echo, the stereo thing, where everybody's, all right, me, what is that? What's it doing? That was his, you know, thing that he came up with. That so he didn't want to have to go and run and hit his pedal board. He just went through the list and told the guy, when it comes to this part in this song, hit the stereo echo, or I think it was the space echo or whatever, and it was a separate Marshall, and it'd be bonk, 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 but it would sound like